choice, and his second art form is podcasting. Can't wait to answer your questions today. We love you so much. Bow. I'm Gabby.
And I am Dad David.
Oh, and someone's coffee hit, it seems.
Yep, I'm awake now.
Only the second episode of the recording.
Hey, well.
But there he is, Mr. America.
America.
And we both match.
We do. Fuck yeah.
It's time to save the motherfucking world, yeah. Fuck yeah. Dad, I have really bad news.
Uh-oh.
I left my brand new cowboy hat on the Delta flight home. I forgot to tell you.
Oh, no.
Isn't that horrible? I
put it in the overhead?
traveled with it for 10 cities, and I left it on the flight fucking home.
In the overhead?
Isn't that heartbreaking?
In the overhead bin?
No, under the seat. But there was no one in the middle seat, so I had all my stuff. So I had stuff in the middle seat and stuff in front of me. Heartbreaking.
You know, you can you claim that? There's something, I think.
I did. I submitted the lost item, and we'll see. But it's been a week
You're
now.
never going to get that again.
I'm never getting it back. So now I have to buy another cowboy hat. All my money is going to this cowboy hat fund. It's ridiculous.
Why don't you
It's ridiculous.
Start a GoFundMe?
I think I have to. I think I might have to. But other than that, everything's great. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm here in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing our remote. This is our first time doing this remotely.
Yeah, it's hard, right? It's weird. It takes a lot of energy to just sort of stare at your computer. We can't feed off of each other's energy, you see.
No, I agree. But you know what? Doing the best we can do.
We do what we have to do to survive because you guys don't understand that we live in two very different places. So sometimes we can't get together, but we want to bring you the pod. So we'll do what we have to do.
That's like my the greatest story of like I'm doing the best that I could do. One of the best stories ever was our
what?
Once again I can't name names, but in our town, he was a fireman, and he took the fire truck to a bar. And he got really drunk, and then he Ubered home, and the next day there was fire. And they were like, where's the fire truck, right? So they were calling him up and saying, where's the fire truck? And he's like, it's at the bar. And they're like, why is it at the bar? He goes, because I was too drunk, so I took an Uber home. And they're like, there's a fire. He's like, it's a volunteer. Like, I'm doing the best I can. What, you can fire me? It's a volunteer.
That is so bad.
But his answer was, hey, listen, I'm doing the best I can.
I'm doing the best I can. It's like, first of all, no, you're not. Second of all, no, you're not. Okay? You can't leave the fire truck, the one fire truck in town, at the bar.
You know, he didn't want to get a drunk driving ticket, so you can feel. And what are they going to dock his pay? Here, we're paying you nothing. We're going to take all of it back.
How do they not pay firefighters? How is that?
It's volunteer.
But why would what sociopath volunteers for something like that?
Civic-minded, good people. My father was on the first aid squad for 30 years. People that they're not paid. Not all. Most of them aren't.
They really should be. How do we pay them? Well, where are all the taxes going if they're not paying the firefighters? What are the taxes going to?
You have to ask the tax people in town. All I know is the taxes keep raising up and the services don't. You would think, and those people, they're all volunteer. They got to get up in the middle of the night. If they're in work, they got to stop work.
Yeah, I don't understand how the taxes are going up, but the firefighters are still getting paid in what?
EMT. They're getting paid in nothing.
In nothing. How is that possible? America. America, fuck yeah. But then in New York, all the firefighters are fully paid. So what's that difference?
One's getting paid.
But why?
Probably because nobody would volunteer.
So they had to be like, fine, it's a job here.
Here. You know, everybody's in a little
maybe
community.
people-
Like, do you want your neighbor's house to burn down or your house? Okay, so volunteer.
Yeah, but here's my question. Can't they just stop volunteering and then New Jersey will be like, hey, fine, we'll pay you because we need some? Feels
No.
like it knew. Why not?
I haven't organized. I guess you can organize. Maybe they organize.
I think the fire, I mean, this is the issue really at hand, is that people are like, fine, I'll do fires for free. Don't offer that. Don't offer doing anything for free.
Gabby, you're going to get canceled by the firefighters. Your house got to go on fire. You're going to watch people outside with a big blow up rat. No water here.
Scab, you're a scab. burn to hell, scab. Whatever. I think firefighters need to get their shit organized and start demanding cash.
I
don't do comedy for free.
At the end of the day, don't leave the fire truck in a bar. Put it back in the garage where you found it.
Put it back. Then once you put it back, Uber to the bar from there. If Uber's on the table, we could have rearranged the order of things for sure.
Yes, go to the bar in the Uber, not the fire truck.
Not the fire truck.
But it's more impressive.
I mean, it probably was really fun for everyone at the bar.
Oh, yeah. Get a little rides, get chicks. You know, like, hey.
Yeah. Hey, you want to ride in my fire truck?
Want to see my hose?
Nice.
Sorry.
Hey, you're sizzling hot. I think I have to put you out with my fire hose. They're like, yeah, you could tell you're a volunteer.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's get to some questions here. I'm ready.
Brian, specific question. What is your current favorite father-daughter activity? I'll tell you the one that comes to mind first doing this podcast.
That is my favorite.
That's our big father-daughter. I mean, that is the reason why we did this podcast, is to hang out.
That's true. And then our next thing is drinking gigantic espresso martinis together through a straw.
Yes, we recently did that. We both have a real love and passion for espresso martinis. So we were drinking sort of like a fishbowl style espresso martini. I would say the things that we both love that are in common, specifically of us in the family, are A, comedy, podcasting, B, laying in the sun for hours.
Doing nothing.
No one else in our family likes to do that other than us two. So we're the two in the beach chairs with the drinks, doing nothing for hours. We both love doing nothing.
Yes, I'm an expert at it.
It's one of my favorite things in this world, is just laying for hours on end.
You have your Kindle and I'm checking my eyelids for holes.
Yeah. So sort of the same thing. And then what else do we like to do? I like to go to your studio and you play songs and I sit on the couch.
Yes, that's a good thing.
I like to eavesdrop on your Zoom meetings.
Yes, you've done that
That's
before.
another thing.
Yeah.
He will have a Zoom meeting and I'm just sort of behind the computer whispering things. That's something we do often. It's actually this. That person's wrong. It's actually this. We do that. When he plays piano, I like to lay under the piano.
That's right, the acoustic one.
Mm-hmm. Gababo. And I think that's it, right? What else do we were shooting guns together in England?
I just was going to say that. We have a new thing.
Really?
I always shoot guns, but that was your new thing to that. That was good.
Yep. We were shooting clay birdies.
Pigeons. Clay birdies. No real birds were harmed.
In the process of this. That was great. The Bryans are an incredible shot, famously.
Yes. In jolly old London.
Yeah. Actually, we were in the Cotswolds. And swimming in the ocean.
Yeah, I guess we and there's also laying by the pool.
Yeah, we like to lay by both the pool and the ocean.
Yes.
And then go swimming. That's our favorite. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's classic father-daughter stuff. We're not doing anything wild, we're Jews. We get injured easily. We've been to the hospital together a couple times. How about that? That's something. Going to the chiropractor. I'll add that to the list.
Yes. Yeah, I like that. That's a family. That's a father-daughter.
Yeah.
Come fix
That
me.
actually is a family affair. We all go to the chiropractor together sometimes.
Exactly. Or the foot
So,
doctor or a neck doctor or this
yeah.
doctor. There's a lot of doctors.
If someone goes to the doctor, we're like, oh, I guess I'll also go and see what I could sort of get going while I'm there.
Hey, listen, I was just at your doctor and I said, by the way, I slipped and hurt my hip a little bit over here. Can you, you're a real doctor. I know you you usually deal with breasts, but my hip hurts.
Breasts. Yeah. My dad brought me to my follow-up for my boob, doctor, my plastic
I drive
surgeon.
you around too. That's another thing.
He drives me around and yeah, he does. My dad walked in with a limp. So he was like, I also have some questions. I mean, if one of us is going to book a doctor's appointment, I'm sure the other person has something going on that needs medical attention.
And listen, and there's no code on that. That's called free advice. That's how you get something out for free. Because he was like,
that's a BOGO.
That's exactly, because he was like, well, if it was really bad, it would have been, you would have torn this. It would have been black and blue. I was like, oh, well, I didn't know all that stuff. So, and that's all free.
Yeah. That was free. That was a buy one, get one. And then I went back to the boob doctor and he asked me about your hip. And I was like, well, I guess this is another BOGO. This is another twofer.
That was my follow-up. My free follow-up.
You've got a free follow-up again. I also was so high on Vicodin and Valium for the first one that I actually forgot you injured your hip because I blacked out for an entire week. So I was like, he had a limp? And my doctor was like, yeah, he was fully limping. And I was like, wow, I don't remember anything.
Yes, the power of Vicodin.
Well, I'll tell you what, when I went into that doctor's office, everyone was like, Gabby, what's up? Like, I don't know what I was doing on Vicodin and Valium, but all of them were like I was their cousin home from college.
Oh, yeah. They were fans.
There were people I don't remember their faces, were like, it's so good to see you again. And I was like, wow, we've met?
You're like, it's so good to see you for the first time, too.
It's so good to meet you. That was fun. I really lost I lost 7 days of my life. Or did I gain them? No one knows. No one knows what happened.
Well, someone will know.
Someone will know eventually.
Write in. Sure, somebody write in and ask.
Yeah, if anyone saw me, if anyone saw me during the 3rd week of January, if you could sort of let me know what the vibe was, that'd be great.
It's pictures, anything.
Anything. Okay, question number 1.
Okay, I'm ready.
Hi, David and Gabby.
Hi.
Hi. Go ahead, do that again.
Hi.
Oh, you found it.
How are you?
It's good to see you.
Hi, how are you?
I've been high on Vicodin. Vicodin.
Where did 7 days go?
Go. I like the crooning. Go.
We're here all week. Try the veal.
We're here all week. I'm 32 years old, and about 5 years ago, my parents got divorced, and it totally shattered my world. Okay, so you were 27. I mean, if your parents, that's the first time I've done the math first. Wow. If your parents getting divorced when you're 27 ruins your life, I think you need to check into a mental hospital. I'll say that much. 27, who cares what your parents are doing? You're 27.
I'll tell you what, I can let you in on a little something.
Go ahead.
You may not know my daughter. My parents got divorced when I was 27.
Really?
And I cried like a little baby.
You did?
I did. I was so upset, even though it didn't really matter. Just because you're like, oh, the dream is gone. A perfect family, even though they were not even close to perfect and all fucked up. But in your brain, you're like, I was upset. But I was 27. I got over it in under an hour.
Yeah, what pussies. My parents got divorced when I was 10 years old, baby. I was back on the playground the next fucking day. Okay? Grow up. What you're doing at 27, I did
Take an hour. You can give an hour.
10.
Get an hour.
Yeah. You get an hour. I hit double digits and I was like, oh, your parents are divorced. Mine have been divorced for fucking 10 years now.
Hey, when I was 10.
I remember my parents' first divorce. Yeah. Why do you
now
cry
we're on
like
the 8th.
a little fucking baby?
He's on the 8th now. It's the 8th wife.
I'm 10 years old. I love cigars.
That's right.
Okay, so it totally shattered your life at 27. You and David Bryan have this in common.
Yes.
That's your favorite.
Yes, except
activity
I'm way
with
older
David
than
Bryan.
32, but okay, go.
Yes. There wasn't any cheating. They just decided that they were better off as friends. Oh. I've had a hard time accepting it over the years, and now my mom has just told me that she wants me to meet her new boyfriend because it's getting serious. I knew she had been going on dates, but it's really hitting me that she might settle down again with someone new. Am I being selfish? What should I do? Yeah, you're being selfish.
I think the word is even more. You ready for this? Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Childish even.
Sorry?
Childish. Not even.
Childish even. Oh, I thought that was one word. Childish even. I'm like, what? Who's that? Is that Gaelic? What's that? Childish
Yes.
even. Like,
Childish even.
Even
childish even. Yes.
What are you saying right now?
It's pirate talk.
Childish even.
At 32, I mean, come on. That means your parents have to be like my age, 60.
Yeah.
60 something. And yeah, I mean, come on. You waited at 60, you're like, I don't know if you should see somebody new. You're running out of time at 60. You know what I mean? I'd love to meet I'm going to wait till I'm 80 and then meet somebody and then die in a day. Like you need maybe
let them live.
Live for a week.
Let them live. Also, like, I mean, this is the calmest divorce of all time. They just decided they want to be friends. Like, bitch, you already hit the jackpot of divorces. But they were like, what?
I think now she's alluding, it is a she, alluding to like the Beaver Cleaver family, which is the perfect family. Because now the mother's like, oh, I dated, but I can't show my daughter that I'm dating. You're like, she's 32. What do you?
That's so embarrassing.
Come on.
Let mommy.
They're just too perfect. They're too perfect. I can relate to that.
Go ahead.
Because I'm too perfect.
I think this is clearly you've experienced no trauma in this life and you've lived you've had a really nice time. And I love that for you. I love that you're like, oh, this is horrible. My mom has a boyfriend. Like, I mean, what a blessed life you've lived. That your first issue is happening when you're 32. I find that absolutely scrumptious.
And it's, oh my God, my mom's dating somebody and that she's going to introduce me to. I don't know if I can handle it. It's like...
yeah, you didn't even... What if he's cool? Like, you didn't even... It's not even like, oh, my mom has a new boyfriend and he's an asshole. It's just... It's all good at this point.
And I think it goes back to my age-old advice.
Go ahead.
Xanax.
Exactly. Go ahead. Keep going.
Take a Xanax and meet him for the first time.
Yeah. And everyone's
will be all right.
cool on Xanax.
Everything.
Or, do it. Commit.
You're like, I'm on Xanax. I really love my mom's new boyfriend. That's what it's...
That's a little too...
Too dark?
That tonally was a little too Nosferatu.
I
am your mother's new boyfriend.
Yes. I am going to get her and eat her blood.
Eat it. I do not drink blood. I eat it. I am going to eat your mother's blood. It's like, ew. Yeah, I think, bitch, relax.
You're fine.
Go to yoga.
You don't need us. Yeah. You need hot yoga.
Yeah, you need hot yoga. You need to sweat out whatever light demon. I wouldn't even consider this a demon. I think you're maybe you're PMSing.
Not even a bad habit. It's just...
I know. This is not bad.
It's like a bad moment. Fine. You're like, oh my God, I stubbed my toe. It's over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, drink a glass of water and fucking relax.
Have a tea. Have a tea. Put on the kettle. Turn on the boiling water and have yourself a little tea. And a crumpet.
Have a little tea.
A crimpet or a crumpet?
Have a little tea.
And a crumpet.
And a crumpet. Yeah, Dad says take Xanax. I'll say take a Vicodin and a Valium at the same time. Do a good old-fashioned Gabby Bryan. I had a nice time. Like... drool. Yeah.
It's like the old age-old drummer joke. How do you know when the drummer platform is is completely even.
Because the drool comes out both
sides
sides.
of their mouth. Yeah.
I love that. No, it's perfect. Never apologize for that. Never apologize for a drummer joke. Okay, question number 2.
Okay.
Me and my girlfriend are moving in together. Both lesbians, 24 years old. Well, obviously you're both lesbians.
You don't have to be lesbians
tips.
for 2 girls just to live with each other. It's not like a requirement.
But it's girlfriend, me and my girlfriend. It's romance. She's saying not me and my friend. Me and my girlfriend, we're lesbians. 2 lesbians are moving in together.
That's the start of a joke. So these 2 lesbians walk into a bar. Why the long face?
They're both 24. You could be lesbians at 24. Top tips for a happily ever after. I mean, you're 2 girls. There's no issues. I would say, and you're lesbians.
Is it like an all lesbian building? Like, do they have something like that? You know, where it's like,
yeah, maybe do like a lesbian co-op, and then you could, everyone could take turns, like, retiling the bathrooms and
Tool time Wednesdays.
Tool time live. Yeah, you guys do. You all go to it's class trip. You go to Home Depot.
Home Depot Thursdays. You do it like a day.
Yeah.
Hammer,
if you're gonna
hammer
move
Mondays.
in with hammer Mondays, scissor Tuesdays,
screwdriver Wednesdays.
I think, if you're gonna move in together with your lesbian girlfriend, why not move into a lesbian community? Okay, it's gonna be the most organized, put together community you could possibly. The houses are built to perfection. They're shock proof, because of hurricanes, and also I don't know what you guys get into. Like, you need a sturdy house.
Not one urinal.
Not one urinal. There's
Everybody
no troughs.
Sits down.
You could sit down. You could have a civilized lifestyle. Sit down to pee. And every light bulb is changed right when it needs to be.
Even before.
Yeah. I don't think you need tips from us. I think you're killing it. Okay. Moving in together at 24 is a little young, but lesbians are 10 years older than what they actually are. So technically that's 34, and you're right on track.
There you go. I say, and you get to split the rent.
You can split the rent. You can split everything. It's 2 girls. You'll be laying down 2 credit cards forever, that's fine.
Share hair products. Like you're saving too.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Like, if you're a lesbian and you're dating girls, obviously, why would you live in 2 different places when you could combine closets?
Man.
That's the dream. That's every girl's dream, is to combine closets with her best friend, let alone her girlfriend. You need a walk-in.
Exactly, and both sign a lease. That's I think, put your name, both you put your names on it. Because, it's not about the good times.
That's actually, legally, that's a really good point. Where, like, you're getting along now.
It's not just comedy, it's advice.
Yeah, put both your names on the lease, because if one leaves, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're like, well, I'm not on the lease. That's the first thing I was going to say.
Yeah, that's classic. Been there, done that. I'll say that much.
Exactly. I had a cosign for all your apartments.
Yeah, that's true. I would say I can't believe that 2 lesbians are listening to this podcast. And hi, hello.
Hi.
Hi. I hope I don't know how you got here, but God bless you and welcome.
And a combined age of 48.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Not even close to you, Dad.
Not even close.
Hate to break it to you.
No.
Okay, question number 3.
Wow, we just moved right on. Have a great life, girls.
Yeah, peace and love, girls. You're killing it. You're doing the peace line to lesbians is so funny. Have a nice life, girls. Peace out, lesbians. It's really that, actually. Okay. Question number 3. I'm 17, and my cousin, who is my best friend, lost her virginity to my ex. I'm speechless. That's
I sense tension.
Really bad.
Wow.
What should I do?
What should I do?
What should I do? That's the question.
Well,
I'm 17, and my cousin, who is my best friend, lost her virginity to my ex.
How old is the cousin? Are we figuring everybody's 17?
I mean, let's say cousin, they're in the same, let's say 17 too. They're in the same realm.
We got to do the same thing. So one's 17, one's 20, then.
Yeah, no, it has to be in the
Starts
same
to get
realm.
illegal. Then we have legal issues.
Yeah, it doesn't feel illegal. It feels like earnest. This is really bad. This is a bad situation you've gotten yourself in. And the fact that you're asking us what to do instead of a therapist is your first wrong.
No, that's the right move.
Oh, you think?
That's the right move. We're going to help you through this.
Yeah, I think you need to sue both of these people. I would sincerely get a legal team involved here because this is a disaster.
We have further knowledge and way more I could bestow upon you. We just have to give you a QR code to Venmo us. And then on the side, a little side hustle, I can tell you exactly what to do.
Oh, you're really requesting more from this person. I mean, when the advice is this bad, needed, it does feel like you should Venmo us a couple extra dollars.
Yeah, just something.
For the trauma that you actually gave to us for even hearing that this happened.
To relive this.
Wouldn't that be funny if you went to therapy and you had a really intense session, you revealed, I don't know, you got molested or something crazy, and then they charged you double?
Well, for the situation.
Yeah, because they were like, you know what? That was actually a lot for me. And then I'm going to have to schedule a session with my therapist because of that. So this is actually, you're going to be paying me double for this session for my own well-being. I would actually support that. If I was a therapist, I would do that.
But we are therapists in training.
We are in training.
I would say, Dad, so here's my therapy. I have the answer. Go ahead. I mean, let's talk about revenge. We have to talk about revenge, right? Because
we have to.
You can't just forget it. You can't just go, oh, just my cousin and my ex-boy. It was an ex, though, not a current.
Ex.
Not a current, though.
Not a current.
Okay, so that's a little better.
By the tiniest, by a doll's hair. A doll's hair. Do people still say that phrase?
I say another thing, but it got canceled, so I can't say it anymore.
Oh, it's the pube one.
Sea hair, we would say.
Yeah. You can still say that.
It's back?
Well, I don't think that's problematic.
Okay, good.
First of all, the C word is back. Yes, the C word is back in a big way. Cunt, by the way. We could say that. It's back. It's actually really been taken by the gay community. So if you're in an amazing outfit, you look really good, a gay guy will say, or a gay guy or a Gen Z will say, that's cunt.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's fully back.
It's fully back in a big way. If you look amazing, you say, you look cunt.
I got to go to more. I'm not going to say that, but I got to go to more meetings.
Yeah, you can. Here's the thing. You can say that. It actually would be really funny to do a montage video of you telling people they look cunt.
I don't even know if I could say that. Well, let's get back to our advice here. Let's give some solid advice.
Sorry, we got distracted. You said you have it.
I would say, listen, let's sit down and make peace, and let's have a pizza together and put X-Lax in it. Underneath the cheese.
Yeah.
Right? And just make sure you don't have that couple of slices. You have
really make sure you don't poison yourself.
No. And then let the games begin.
Yeah, I think this
hurt him from the inside.
This is not a matter of healing. This is not a matter of wronging rights. We're at a point of revenge now. Someone has wronged you, and in medieval culture, and you have, this is a Gregorian tragedy, and you have every right to fight violence with violence in this scenario.
And X-Lax to me is the modern violence.
Yeah, I remember one time my friend was being a bitch to me in high school, and our other friend put laxative tea, gave her a laxative tea as revenge. It really worked. It really worked. Tummy time tea.
It's a clear message.
Yeah, invite them over for tea time and do a tummy time tea.
With X-Lax pizza. Really
X-Lax pizza, and really fuck these fuckers up, okay? They have wronged you, and in desert law, you have every right, eye for an eye, to seek out revenge.
Correct.
Okay? They acted first, they shot first, and you have every right to shoot back. This is a standoff.
You, in the words of Rambo, you drew first blood.
Exactly. And literally in this case scenario, because she lost her virginity, so they did draw first blood. So I think, yeah, fight violence with violence, fire with fire. And in 30 years, or let's roll it back, in 10 years, you could do a healing ceremony together and you're fine.
Yeah,
but
you burn
right
those
now,
wood things and sage or whatever, and then you're good.
Yeah, you do a fucking goop, something goop together.
Sage
goop. Sage goop. But yeah, this is your cousin. Like, you have every right. Your cousin is basically your sibling. You have every right to beat the shit out of your cousin. And this is, and she really opened the door to that. And I think you fucking knock her out.
Well, this is beating the shit out of you with X-Lax.
That's true. That is so true. Literally use a woman's weapon, okay? A man, two boy cousins would beat the shit out of each other. You beat the shit out of her in a different way, okay?
Yeah, digestively.
Yes. The girl's way.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I just want to say I'm so sorry. This is so evil. But it'll be great. You know, when something bad happens to you, you say, great for the memoir.
And eventually
great for the memoir.
Their karma will get them back.
Yeah. And I fight with my cousin all the time. And then we just make up. You know, she's a crazy bitch and we just make up all the time. So, like, don't even worry. You will make up. You'll never make up with the ex, obviously, and you're not meant to. But you will make up with the cousin. So just be fucking crazy. And then you guys can talk about it at Thanksgiving.
And once you're like, wow, how long did you shit your brains out for?
Yeah. Did that feel like fucking revenge, Jessica? You know, like, this will be a fun family story eventually. Right now, it's hard, but eventually it'll be funny.
Yes, you'll laugh upon this. No, I don't even think you'll laugh. You'll just reflect. How about that?
Yeah. I think you'll laugh. I think they'll laugh.
A little bit.
It's pretty bad, but I think they'll laugh. That's it.
Wow. That was exhausting.
That was a lot to hear. I mean, once again, I feel traumatized by that information, and you are going to have to Venmo us a little bit. But other than that, thank you for listening to Let Me Ask My Dad podcast. Subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and come see me on tour. I love you so much. Bye.
Bye. Gabby is my girl.
Daddy is my dad.
We play together, we sing together.